Hi friends, today we are discussing English Stencil 4th Standard Practice Book Part 1 Content 2 Question and Answers. And kindly type in YouTube search @Visvarya Vijayakumar for getting my YouTube channels Improving Spoken English for Children, Interview Goers and College Students. Part 1 Content 2 Chapter number 2 The Pumpkin Test 2.1 Use of the 2.2 Determiners 2.3 Adverb plus Verb Collocation. And Part 1 Content 2 The Pumpkin Test 2.1 Use of the. The question number A. Classify the following words and phrase from the box in correct groups. These is the questions. Here is the answers and a brief answer and explanation also I have given. Use. First questions. Use this. Use with the. The Maldives, a group of islands. Answer is the. And the brief answer and explanation of these questions. Words that takes the. The Maldives. The Maldives is a group of islands and archipelago, and we use the before the name of such countries. And question number 2. The Himalayas mountain range. The answer is the yellow and underline one, that is the answers. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The Himalayas, the is used with the mountain range, rivers, seas, oceans, etc. The Himalayas is a mountain range. And question number 3. Do not use any articles. And K2 proper noun and mountain name. And K2 is a proper noun and it is a specific mountain name, mountain peak name and proper noun. Like Mount Everest, we do not use the. And do not use any article for below winter seasons. Winter, that is the seasons. And the brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Winter seasons like summer, winter, spring, etc. do not take any articles when used generally. Examples: winter is cold. And the next one, do not use any articles. Godavari river name. India rivers usually do not take the. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Indian rivers like Godavari, Ganga, Yamuna usually do not take the. The common Indian English usage. The British English sometimes uses the Gangas, etc. And do not use any articles. Chilika lakes, specific lake name, no articles needed. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. It is a proper nouns. With lakes we do not use the. Examples: I visited Chilika lakes. And the next one, the first hurry. The answer is the, underline one yellow. And the brief answer and the explanation of these questions, we use the with words like first, last, only, etc. Here first is a superlative order, so we can use the. And next one, do not use any articles. Rose, flower, general common noun. Need articles if used in a sentence. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Rose, flowers, it is a common nouns, and if used in a sentence, you should say a rose is a beautiful. Indefinite articles if needed. Not the rose unless referring to a specific noun. And the next one, do not use any article for Sunday. And Sunday, the day of the week. And Sri Lanka, the country name, do not use any articles, no articles needed. The brief answer and the explanation. Sunday, days of weeks do not take any articles. Example: Sunday is a holiday. And the next one, the next dinner, specific meals with modifiers like next. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The next dinner, even though we don't usually use articles with meals, when we refer to a specific meals like a next dinner or a lunch we had yesterday, we do the you. we do use the. And do not use any articles. Sri Lanka, the country names, no articles needed. The brief answer and the explanation of this question. So Sri Lanka is a country name, and most country names do not take any articles. And the next one, the equator, unique geographical features. The brief answer and the explanations. The equator is a unique geographical features. We use the. And the question number B, they supply the definite articles the wherever necessary. Here is the questions, and here is the next one is answers. The dash English is an interesting subject. The answer is the English is an interesting subject. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The English is an interesting subject. Why? English here refer to the subjects, not the language in general. When referring to academic subjects specifically, the is used if you are talking about it is an particular subject someone studies or teaches. And the second one, the lot of ships cross the Arabian Sea. The answer is the lot of ships cross the Arabian Sea. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The lot of ships cross the Arabian Sea. Why? The Arabian Sea is a specific geographical location. We use the before the names of oceans, seas, rivers, and groups of islands. Third one, dash milk in your mug is hot. Answers, the milk is your mug is hot. The brief answer and the explanations. The milk is your mug is hot. Why? We are talking about the specific milk. The milk is your mug. So the is used to point something already known as specific. Fourth one, we shall study dash history of India is grade 6. Answer, we shall study the history of India in grade 6. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. We shall study the history of India in grade 6. Why? The history of India is a specific topic. When referring to particular historical subjects or periods, the is used. And fifth one, I always drink dash cold water. I always drink cold waters. No article needed here because it's a general statement. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. I always drink cold water. Why? And this is a general statement about a habit. When speaking generally about uncountable nouns like water, we do not use an article. If it were referring to a specific cold waters, examples the cold waters in the fridge, then we can use the. And next one and 6. My dad went to dash chemist. Answer is my dad went to the chemist. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. My dad went to the chemist. Why? The chemist refers to a specific place, usually the local unknown pharmacy. So we use the. Check the following sentences for the usage of articles and spot the errors and correct the sentence. See, first one, say he is from India and she is from West Indies. The answer of this, he is from India and she is from the West Indies. The corrections, add the before West Indies because it is a group of islands. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. He is from India and she is from West Indies. He is from India and she is from the West Indies. The explanations, India is a single country and does not take any articles. But the West Indies is a group of islands like Bahamas, or the Philippines. So we use the before such names. And question number 2, and this is most beautiful dress I have ever seen. The answer of this question, so this is the most beautiful dress I have ever seen. The correction is add the before most in a superlative sentence. The brief answer and the explanation of this question, this is the most beautiful dress I have ever seen. Explanations: when using superlative adjective, most beautiful, tallest, best, we always use the before them. The example: the best player, the tallest mountain, the most interesting book. And I like the folk music. Answers: I like folk music. The corrections: remove the. We do not use the in the music genres general. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I like folk music. Explanations: when talking about the types and the genres of music is generals, we do not use articles. Example: I love Za and she listens to classical music, so I like folk music is correct. And the fourth one, I especially like the folk music from the India. The answer: I especially like folk music from India. The corrections: remove the before in India. No articles with the country names unless they have the as part of their name. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I especially like folk music from India. Explanations: names of most countries do not take articles, so we say from India, from France, from China. No, the before them. Exceptions: the United States, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. Fifth one, what is a great is holiday we had in Himalayas? The answers: what a great holiday we had in the Himalayas. The corrections: add the mountain range usually take the. The brief answer and the explanations of these questions: what a great holiday we had in Himalayas. Explanations: names of mountain range, group of mountains takes the. So we have say the Alps, the Andes, the Himalayas. The fifth one, what a great holiday we had in Himalayas. The answers: what a great holiday we had in the Himalayas. The corrections: add the mountain range usually takes the. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: what a great holiday we had in the Himalayas. Explanations: names of mountain range, group of mountains takes the. So we say the Alps, the Andes, the Himalayas. The sixth one, I am not sure if the bus going to Dehradun stops here. The answer of these questions: I am not sure if the bus going to Dehradun stops here. The corrections: add the before bus. Definite articles needed for a specific bus. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I am not sure if the bus going to Dehradun stops here. explanations. We use the for specific things that both the speakers and the listeners are expected to understand. Here, the bus going to Dehradun is a specific bus. So, the bus is correct, not just bus. The answer question is D. Read and correct wherever needed. Here is the questions and we can go direct answers. So what are the corrections here? Where do different fruits come from? Nowadays the people's all. The answer corrected versions I have given here in next page. That is the questions in page number 27, and directly I can read the answers. Where do different fruits come from? Nowadays the peoples all over the world grow different kinds of fruits and sells them in local markets. But where did these fruits originally come from? Watermelons came from Africa. The sweet juicy fresh is usually deep red to pink with many black seeds, although seedless varieties have been cultivated. The fruits can be eaten raw or pickled and the rind is edible. The answer is where underlines and the yellow one, that is the answer and the corrected one. The fruits can eaten raw or pickled and the rind is edible. Rind is edible after cooking. The kiwis come from China. In New Zealand, where the kiwis is also a large flightless bird, the fruit is called kiwi fruit. The pineapples were originally from South America. They were introduced to Europe by Dutch traders. The avocados were native to Mexico, and in Spain they were known as the alligator spear. That must have been difficult to manage, so the fruit gained the name avocado in a new age experiment to give it more memorable name. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. But where did these fruits originally come from? The corrections were W-H-E or E. The reasons, the question is asking about the place of origins, so it should be where, not where, which is a past tense verb. The second questions, the pickled and the rind is edible. The corrections added a comma, a pickled and the rind is edible. The reasons, this is a compound sentence to independent classes, so a comma is needed before and. Third one, in New Zealand where kiwi is also a large flightless bird. The corrections added a comma in New Zealand where the kiwi is also a large flightless bird. The reasons, this is a non-defining classes that gives extra information about New Zealand. It should be separated with a comma. Also changes kiwi to kiwi lowercase since we are talking about the bird, not a proper noun. And question number 4, introducing into Europe. The corrections into to. The reasons both to and into a grammatical acceptable, but introducing to Europe is more commonly used and sounds more naturally in this context. Fifth one, avocados were native to Mexico and in Spain they were known as the alligator spear. The corrections added a comma, Mexico and in Spain. The reasons, again this is a compound sentence, a comma separate two independent classes joined by and. Sixth one, that must have been difficult to manage because. The corrections classifies that must have been difficult to manage, so the fruit gained the name avocado. The reasons, the general sentence is a vague and slightly confusing. This edit clarifies the logic. The names alligators pears may not have been ideal, so avocados was adapted. and 2.2 determiners. Here is the questions and here is the answers. This, that, this, those, the point of the nouns being referred to. And the second questions, my, your, his, her shows the possessiveness or belongingness. Little, few, some, any shows the quantity of things. A and the, we use them with singular countable nouns with definite things. 6, 7, 8 show that numbers of persons or things. And 5th, 6th, 9th show the order of the things. Here is the answers I have given this, underline 1. And next, the brief answer and the explanations. This, that, this, that, these, those, the point of noun being referring to. This, that, these, those use the point of noun being referred to. These are called demonstrative determiners. These and that are used for singular noun. This book is mine, near. That book is read, for. These and those are used for plural nouns. These apples are fresh, near. Those stars are bright, far. Question number 2, answers. My, your, his, her show the possessives or belongingness. Brief answer and the explanation of these questions. My, your, his, her use shows the possessions or belongingness. These are possessive determiners. They tell us who owns something. My bag, your shoes, his pencils, her dress. And a little, few, some, any shows the quantity of things. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The little, few, some, any use shows the quantity of things. These are quantitative determiners. Little, uncountable. Few, countable for small amounts. Some for positive statement and offers. Any for questions and negatives. This is a little water. I have few friends. Would you like some tea? Do you have any sugar? And the fourth one, a and the, we use them with singular countable nouns with the definite things. Brief answer and explanation of these questions. Used with singular countable nouns and with definite things. These are articles. A and an are indefinite articles used with the noun is not specific. A dog, an apple. This is a definite article used for specific nouns. The sun, the book you gave me. And fifth one, 6, 7, 8 shows the numbers of persons or things. Brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Brief answer and the explanation of these questions. 6, 7, 8 use shows the numbers of persons or things. These are cardinal numbers used as determiners. They tell us the exact numbers. 6 boys, 7 chairs, 8 pencils. The answers. The 5th, 6th, 9th shows the order of the things. Brief answer and the explanations. 5th, 6th, 9th use shows the order of the things. These are ordinal numbers used as determiners. They show positions or order. He came 5th in the race. My house is the 6th on the street. Filling the blanks using appropriate determiners. Here is the answers. I rang up my father several times, but he did not answer the call. The second one, both my parents are teachers. Third one, I checked inside the cupboards but didn't find the shirt. Fourth one, everyone sat down at the tables and talked about the things they had done during the day. Fifth one, I have been working on a project at school. Sixth one, do you have any waters in the jug? I am afraid there is none. And question number 1, answer is there. I rang up my father several times but did not answer the call. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I rang up my father several times. The several is used as a determiner to indicate an unspecified numbers more than 1 or 2. It's suitable when you want to express that you tried many times but not exact number. And the second one, both my parents are teachers. Both my parents are teachers. Both refers to two peoples or things. Since you have two parents and they are teachers, both is the correct determiner. And the third one, I checked inside the cupboards but did not find the shirt. And I checked inside the cupboard but did not find. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: the is a definite article. It's used when you are talking about a specific cupboard and a specific shirt, probably known to both the speakers and the listeners. And everyone sat down at dash table. Answer of these questions: everyone sat down at the table and talk about the things they had done during the day. The brief answer and the explanations: everyone sat down at the table and talk about the things they had done during the day. All three, the refers to a specific items, a specific table, a specific things they had done, and the particular day, possibly the same day they are talking about. The is used for known or specific reference. And fifth one, I have been working on a school project. I have been working on a project at school. The answer of these questions: I have been working on a project at school. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I have been working on a project at school. A is an definite article. It's used when you are talking about something not specifically identified, just one of the many projects, not a particular one the listeners already knows. And the sixth ones, do you have any waters in the jug? I am afraid there is none. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: do you have any water in the jug? Any is used in a negative sentence and questions when referring to an unspecified quantity. It's appropriate here because you are asking if there's given a little water. The reply there is none confirms there is no water at all. And C, supply determiners in each sentence wherever necessary. Here the questions, this is the answers. The king had 3 daughters. The daughters were very intelligent. One day he asked his daughters to prove how much they loved him. Fourth one, the daughter said that they loved him very much. Fifth one daughter said that she loved him as much as a daughter should. And the sixth one, the king was very annoyed. And the first one, the brief answer and the explanation of these questions: the king had 3 daughters. The king had 3 daughters. The is a definite articles used because they are referring to a specific king already known in the story. And 3 is a quantifier, numbers giving specific information about how many daughters he had. And question number 2, daughters were very intelligent. The daughters were very intelligent. That is the answer. And the brief answer and the explanation of these questions: the daughters were very intelligent. The is used because we already know which daughters, the king's daughters, so we are referring to a specific group. And the third one day he asked his daughters to prove how much they loved him. And a brief answer and explanation of these questions. One day he asked his daughter to prove how much they loved him. His is a possessive determiner showing that the daughters belonging to him. And question number 4 answers. The daughters said that they loved him very much. And a brief answer and explanation of these questions. The daughter said that they loved him very much. The is used again because it's the same daughters already mentioned before. And question number 5. One daughter said the answer of this fifth one. One daughter said that she loved him as much as a daughter should. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. One daughter said that she loved him as much as the daughter should. One is a quantifier to indicate a single person from a known group. A is an indefinite article used because this refers to any daughters in general, not a specific one, and expresses a general idea. And the sixth one answer. The king was very annoyed. And a brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The king was very annoyed. The is used because the king is already known in the story. And question number D. Filling the blanks with one of the following quantifier in the box. Here is the questions. Here is the answers. So first one is answers. Jenny is having a lot of troubles passing her maths exam. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Jenny is having a lot of troubles passing her maths exam. A lot of used to show a large amount of something's uncountable like trouble. You cannot count troubles, so a lot of trouble is correct. And second one, question number 2. Each exercise contains some examples. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Each exercise contains some examples. Each is used when talking about individual items in a group, one at the time of each exercise. Some is used for an unspecified numbers of examples, more than one, but not too many. It fit because we do not know the exact numbers of examples. And question number 3, the answer. Some information proved to be useful. So the brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Some information proved to be useful. So some is used with uncountable noun like informations to mean a portions of or a bit of. And the fourth one, I have not made many mistakes. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. I have not made many mistakes. Many is used with a countable noun like mistakes in a negative sentence. I have not made many in the corrective usage. And the fifth one answers. She was not paying much attention to what was being said. And brief answer and explanation of these questions. She was not paying much attention to what was being said. Much is used with uncountable noun like attention, especially in negative sentence. And the sixth one, a majority of the books were rated excellent. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. The majority of books were rated excellent. The majority of is used when referring to more than of a group of, in this case, the books. It fit here because we were talking about a large portion. And question number next, now check if you can substitute your answers with other quantifiers from the list. Rewrite the sentence with the new quantifier here. Answers: a few quantifiers, a few, a great deals, a little, a lot of, a majority of, enough, each, many, much, plenty, several times. The original quantifiers. Ginny is having a lot of troubles passing her maths exam. New versions. Ginny is having a great deal of troubles passing her maths exams. A great deal of also works with uncountable nouns like trouble. And the second one, the original, each exercise contains some examples. The new versions, several exercise contains a few examples. This changes singular to plurals. So the verb contains becomes contains. contain. Several equal to more than 2 but not many. A few equal to a small number. And the third one, the originals, some information proved to be useful. The new versions, a little information proved to be useful. A little is suitable for uncountable noun like informations and implies a small amount. And fourth one, I have not made many mistakes. New versions, I have not made a lot of mistakes. A lot of can replace many when referring to countable noun. And originally fifth one, she was not paying much attention to what was being said. New versions, she was not paying a great deal of attention to what was being said. Both much and a great deal of and work with uncountable noun like attention. And next one, a majority of books were rated excellent. A majority of books were rated excellent. New versions, a plenty of books were rated excellent. Plenty also suggested a large number of countable items with books. And 2.3, I read verb and collocations. And here is the questions. And here is the answer. Match with words of the following two columns to make collocations. Then make a sentence using each of them. The answer of these questions: matches collocations. Understand clearly, admire greatly, dislike strongly, refuse flatly, agree totally, doubt seriously. Seventh one, think deeply. Eighth one, lost uncountability. And the answer of these questions, first one, they understand clearly. Sentence with using each collocations. Understand clearly. I understand clearly what are you trying to say. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Understand clearly, meaning to fully know or grasp some things without confusions. Examples: I understand clearly what you mean. Explanations: I have no doubt or confusions. The idea is fully understood. Second one, admire gently. I admire gently with the courage of firefighters. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: admire gently, meaning is to respect or look up to someone or something very much. And examples: I admire greatly the hard work of doctors. And explanations: I have a strong sense of respect or appreciations. For the example, I admire greatly the hard work of doctors. The explanation of these questions: you have a strong sense of respect or appreciations. And the third one, dislike strongly. She dislikes strongly the idea of working late hours. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions: dislike strongly, meaning to really not like something. Examples: she dislikes strongly to taste of better medicines. Explanations: you have a powerful negative feelings towards something. And fourth one, refuse flatly. He refused flatly to apologize for his mistakes. And a brief answer and the explanation of these questions: refuse flatly, and the meanings: to say no in a direct or firm way. Examples: he refused flatly to participate in the competitions. Explanations: the refusal is strong, direct, and without hesitations. And the fifth one, I agree totally with your opinions on environmental issues. Brief answer and the explanation of these questions: I agree totally, meanings to completely have the same opinion. Examples: I agree totally with your suggestions. Explanation: you agree 100% with no disagreement at all. Sixth one, doubt seriously. Scientists seriously doubt the effectiveness of the theory. I agree totally with your opinion on environmental issues. And the brief answer and the explanation of these questions: doubt seriously, meaning to have strong uncertainty or suspicions. Example, they seriously doubt the truth of the story. Explanations, you are very unsure or suspicious that something is true. And the seventh one, think deeply. Think deeply. And the philosophers offer thinks deeply about the meaning of life. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Think deeply, meaning to reflect or consider something with a lot of attention and care. Example, he thinks deeply about life, big questions. Explanations, you do not just think quickly, you think with care and seriousness. And the eighth one, love uncountability. Love uncountability. The children's loved uncountability at the clown's performance. Brief answer and explanations of these questions. Love uncountability, meaning to laugh so much that you cannot stop yourself. Examples, they loved uncountability at the joke. Explanations, the laughter is so strong that it feels impossible to stop. And B, here is the questions and here is the answers. So directly we can go for the answers to complete the sentence using these co-locations. First ones, I must have told a large funny joke because my daughters laughed uncountability. Second one, laughed uncountability means she could not stop laughing. Very strong laugher. The answer of these questions, laughed uncountability means she could not stop laughing. Very strong laughter. Second one, the teachers explained the topic so well that I understand clearly, and understood clearly means you had no confusions at all. Third one, I greatly admire anyone who is brave enough to face bullies. A great admire means you deeply respect them. And fourth one, my sister strongly dislikes Chinese food but I loved it. Strongly dislikes means she really does not like it. Fifth one, I seriously doubt that the match can be played today, considering that it has been raining heavily since morning. Seriously doubt means you think it is very unlikely. And the sixth one, we should spend sometimes deeply thinking about what we want to say during the debate. Deeply thinking means thinking with focus and seriousness. And I must have told a very funny jokes because my mother does. Here is the answer of these questions. I must have told a funny joke because my mother laughed uncountability. Laughed uncountability means she could not stop laughed. Very strong laughter. Because laughed uncountability, the brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Laughed uncountability, verb laughed, adverb uncountability. Explanation of these questions. Uncountability means without being able to stop or control yourself. When a joke is very funny, someone might laugh so hard they cannot stop. They laugh uncountability. This shows a very strong reaction. And the second one, here directly we can go the answers. The teachers explained the topic so well that I understood clearly. The teachers explained the topic so well that I understood clearly. Understood clearly means you had no confusions at all. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Understood clearly. Verb is understood. Adverb is clearly. Explanations. Clearly means without confusions or doubt. When the teachers explained well, you can understand the topic without difficulty. And understood clearly means you got the meanings perfectly. And question number 3. The answer is they greatly admire anyone who is brave enough to face bullies. The great admire means you deeply respect them. The answer of these questions and the brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Strongly dislike, verb is dislikes, adverb is strongly. Explanations. Dislike means to not like something. Strongly intensifies these feelings. So strongly dislike means your sister really does not like Chinese food at all. And question number 4, my sister strongly dislikes Chinese food, but I loved it. Strong and dislike means she really does not like it. The answer, brief answer and the explanation of these questions. Strong dislikes, verb is dislikes, adverb is strongly. Explanations, dislike means to not like something. Strongly intensify this feeling. So strong dislike means your sister really does not like Chinese food at all. And the fifth one, I seriously doubt that the match can be played today. Considers that it has been raining heavily since morning. Seriously doubt means you think it is very unlikely. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions is seriously doubt, verb is doubt, adverb is seriously. Explanations, to doubt means to feel unsure or disbelieve something, and seriously means with a lot of certainty on or importance. And saying I seriously doubt means you strongly believe something is unlikely. And the sixth one, answer of this question is we should spend some time deeply thinking about what we want to say during the debate. Deeply thinking means thinking with focus and seriousness. The brief answer and the explanation of these questions, deeply thinking, verb thinking, adverb deeply. Explanations, deeply means with a lot of attention and seriousness. Deeply thinking means thinking very carefully about something, giving it full focus. Importance for preparing ideas for a debate. And kindly type in YouTube search at the rate of Iswarya Vijay Kumar for getting my YouTube channels improving spoken English for children, interview goers and college students. If any doubt means put the comment box. For further contact us I have given here for the details. And if any doubt means contact us and put in doubt in comment box. And thanks for watching this video and thanks at all. So once more.